friends, welcome back to my channel. It is time for us to do an 8-month Pan Those Palettes update, which feels ridiculous that we are so close to the end of the year already. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with my How About Them Apples palette from the Balm, and I will show you where I was after 7 months of use. And here's where my palette is after 8 months of usage. So as you guys can see, I am super close, but not completely done with Pie. I was really trying to get this one done in the month of August, but unfortunately there were a few days where I didn't wear makeup, and I must have underestimated how much product was hanging out around the sides. So I actually did take a bobby pin, scrape everything to the center, and then repressed it. So really, really close. I've been applying this both to my lips and my cheeks lately, just to kind of work through it. I also used Crisp a few times, but not very many, and I once again did not touch Cobbler. Some of you guys were really sweet in the comments last month and said to me don't worry about Cobbler, just give it a rest, don't stress about it. I don't know how Cobbler is going to play on my skin. It has honestly been so long since I have used it. So it's not a matter of me thinking that I can't use this color. It's just a matter of me rather spending my time on the other shades that I know I actually like. At this point, I can't remember what Cobbler even looks like. So I will definitely, when the time comes, I will try it. If I don't like it, I won't force myself to use it, because I did use the other 5 ideally, but I haven't really tried it enough to know if I want to rule it out completely. So just kind of keep that in mind, but I do appreciate you guys telling me that I don't need to actually use it. Obviously Pie will get done, and then I'm probably just going to focus the rest of my time exclusively on Crisp, just to see really where I can go with it in a month. I'm hoping Pie doesn't take more than a couple of times to use up, so I can really dedicate pretty much the entire month to Crisp, make some good dent on it, and keep plugging away. But all in all, I'm really happy with this, and it feels really good to be using up so much blush, especially at, I think this is a $34 or $36 price tag, so I'm really happy to have made such good progress. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch gears and look at my Maybelline, the Blushed Nudes. I will go ahead and start by showing you where I was after 7 months. And here is where I am at after 8 months of usage. Okay, this feels like a really crazy progress month for me. We'll start with this guy here. I did not use this a ton in the past month, but I managed to hit a teeny tiny little piece of pan, which is really exciting. I do like this color, which is why I haven't really been focusing on it a lot, because I know that it's an easy go-to, and once I'm focused on it, I won't be sick of it. And then I was spending a lot of time working on this sort of maroonish color. You can see here I was really trying to get rid of this product here and then slowly start to move down. So I definitely want to focus more on this month. But I got oddly sick of this color, and I was all right, what else is in the palette that I can use? And that's when I came across the little guy next door. This, I managed to hit a good chunk of pan on. This is basically 2.5 weeks worth of usage. It's really similar to the maroon one, where it is not very finely milled. You can see close up, you can see little chunks and stuff like that. So it is easy to work through. It's also very similar in the sense that I can pack a lot of this on before I actually get good color payoff. A lot of people, that bothers them, but it doesn't bother me. I'd rather have to pack on color than, have to be super sensitive about how much I tap the brush in, and then having too much color and whatever. I also just kept working on this one whenever I was using this, but didn't do any dedicated crease only times with this. I feel I'm definitely sort of widening the circumference, not of the pan, but of the general circle that will eventually get me to more pan. This is just a really hard color, I think, to make progress on because it is so densely packed and I really have to work to get anything onto my brush. So my goals are obviously just to keep plugging away. I'm really happy to have pan on, 4 of these shadows right now. These two I have really not touched. And I'm kind of at a crossroads. It's not that I don't like these ones, it's just that I have been so content working with the other ones and I'm really down to just mostly crease colors. So it's really difficult for me to, work in a ton of these at one time when I'm doing an eye look. My goal though is to at least play with these next month and decide if I want to pan them or if I want to get rid of them the way I did this bottom one down here. If I do get rid of them, I definitely think it will be feasible between now and the end of the year to use these guys up. If I do decide that I do want to put these in still, I think it'll definitely make the challenge a lot harder, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna rule these out just for that reason. But all in all, I'm feeling really good about it. I don't feel like it's totally unrealistic for me to get this thing used up, especially when I got so much pan, unsurprisingly, on that shade. So, I'm just gonna keep plugging away slowly but surely, but really I wanna have the most progress on this because I'm so close to it being gone completely. Now on to the rock palette that I had. I have panned completely the cream shadow in here. This will be my 3rd cream shadow that I have gone through, and I went through my palettes and part of me was trying to find like an older palette with a cream shadow in it, but then I just realized I intentionally got a BoxyCharm just so I could get this Tarte palette, so I may as well go ahead and use the cream shadow in here to at least decide if I want to fully commit to panning it, even though it's basically brand new, but at least get some use out of it this month. That will become my cream color for the month of September, and we'll see. I might go back to something else older after this month, or I may just pan it completely depending on how much I love it. We'll see, but just happy that I have managed to work through yet another shadow, even though it's not part of this project. So, not super long, really short and sweet to the point. I'd love to hear from you if you're doing this challenge. Please let me know your progress, any ideas or thoughts that you guys have going into 2018. I'm already trying to think of different palettes. I don't know if you guys want me to do one of the palettes you saw me, like this one, pull the cream out of, or what you're thinking in general, but I'd love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you in the next video real soon.